Have you ever found yourself at the end of the day, completely drained, thinking, I can't do this anymore? You're not alone. So many parents feel this way, and we're constantly told it's our fault. That we're not organized enough, patient enough, or good enough. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the system of modern parenting itself is designed to break people? Today, we're going to talk about why modern parenting is harder than ever, and more importantly, how you can actually start to recover. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about understanding the impossible situation you've been put in. Let's step back and compare parenting then versus now. Think about how our parents or grandparents were raised. It wasn't perfect, but it was different. Caregiving was often a shared responsibility. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, they were all part of the village. Expectations on parents were looser. Kids played outside, unsupervised. For hours, there was less surveillance, less constant worry. Children had more autonomy to explore, to make mistakes, and to just be kids. The entire community had a hand in raising the next generation. Now, fast forward to today. What does parenting look like? For most of us, it's happening in isolated nuclear families. We're expected to do everything alone. In many households, both parents are working full-time jobs, and then coming home to a second shift of childcare and household management. And on top of that, we have social media, a constant window into everyone else's seemingly perfect lives, leading to endless judgment and comparison. The standards for good parenting have become impossibly high. We're in an era of intensive parenting, where we feel we have to optimize every single aspect of our child's life, from their diet to their extracurriculars. There is zero margin for error. A single mistake feels like a catastrophic failure. Parents today are expected to be an impossible combination of roles all at once. We're supposed to be our child's emotionally attuned therapist, understanding and validating every feeling. We need to be their private educator, supplementing their schoolwork and ensuring they're ahead of the curve. We have to be a gourmet nutritionist, whipping up organic, well-balanced meals they'll actually eat, all while maintaining our own professional careers, managing the household finances and logistics, and through it all, being endlessly patient and loving. It's an unsustainable list of demands. So what happened? We systematically removed the community support, jacked up the pressure to superhuman levels, and then when parents inevitably cracked, we blamed them as individuals. This is why the next point is so crucial to understand. Parental burnout is not a sign of personal weakness, it's a systemic failure. The system we're living in demands constant productivity, both at work and at home. It offers no time for genuine recovery. It treats the immense, vital work of caregiving as invisible, unpaid labor. A system like this will burn people out every single time. It's not a matter of if, but when. So, what's the typical advice given to a burned out parent? You've heard it a million times. You just need more self-care. Take a bubble bath. Meditate for 5 minutes. Go for a run. Practice gratitude. And look, these things aren't bad. A hot bath feels nice. A moment of quiet can be a relief, but they don't fix the root cause of the problem. They're like putting a tiny bandage on a gaping wound. Hear us the truth. Burnout is not solved by adding more tasks to your already overflowing plate. Even if those tasks are labeled self-care, burnout is solved by removing the load. You don't need better coping mechanisms to handle an impossible situation. You need the situation to become less impossible. You need less chronic demand on your system, not another item on your to-do list. Let us be clear. Telling a parent who is drowning in responsibilities to just take a bath can feel incredibly dismissive. It ignores the crushing weight of the actual problem. So if bubble baths aren't the answer, what is? Real recovery. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about a deep, multi-level approach to healing. Let's break it down into 3 essential levels. First is level 1. Nervous system repair. When you're burned out, your nervous system is stuck in survival mode, fight, flight, or freeze. You can't think your way out of this. Your body needs to feel safe before your mind can even begin to heal. This means prioritizing sleep over productivity. I know, it sounds impossible, But pushing through exhaustion only digs the hole deeper. It means reducing decision fatigue. Simplify where you can. Meal plan the same things every week. Lay out clothes the night before. Any small decision you can eliminate frees up mental energy. It also means regulating your nervous system before you try to reflect on your feelings. This could be deep breathing, listening to calming music, or just sitting in silence for 2 minutes. And critically, stop forcing positivity. It's okay to not be okay. Acknowledging your exhaustion and frustration is more healing than pretending everything is fine. Once your nervous system has a chance to calm down, we can move to level 2. Structural change. This is where we start tackling the environment that caused the burnout in the first place. You cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. This means intentionally lowering your standards. The house doesn't need to be spotless. The kids can have cereal for dinner sometimes. It's okay. You have to actively share responsibilities, even if they're not done your way. Let your partner, a friend, or a family member help, and resist the urge to correct them. It's about letting go of control to regain your sanity. It also means learning to say no without a long explanation or apology. No, you can't volunteer for the bake sale. No, you can't host another playdate this week. No is a complete sentence. And crucially, you must create protected time for your non-parent identity. An hour a week to read a book, go to a class, or meet a friend time that is just for you, not for the family. Finally, we arrive at level 3. Social and cultural support. This is the biggest piece of the puzzle because, as we've established, this is not just an individual problem. Healing has to be collective. We need to normalize the struggle. We need to stop pretending parenting is a blissful, easy journey. We have to be able to ask for help without feeling shame. And we have to be willing to offer help without judgment. Connect with other parents who tell the truth, the ones who admit they're having a hard day and will listen when you are. 2. These connections are a lifeline. And on a larger scale, we need to advocate for systemic change. We need better parental leave policies, more flexible work options, affordable childcare, and real, tangible support for families. This isn't just a personal battle, it's a social one. If you take nothing else away from this video, please remember this. You are not broken. You are overextended. Parental burnout is your body S and your nervous system S. Completely rational response to an irrational set of demands. It's your system screaming. This is too much for one person to handle alone. And it's telling the absolute truth. You were never, ever meant to do this alone. If this message resonated with you, please share it with another parent who might need to hear it. Not to fix them, but just to remind them that they're not failing and they're not alone. Thank you for watching.